Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosensia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosensia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. And also check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mian Moshe Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, along with SoundCloud, and all of your favorites as well, too. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a terrific duo from Little Rock, Arkansas, who have a fugitive heart, and they just love to be your true you. They encourage it. And, of course, their self-titled debut was released back in 2017 to a lot of great accolades. And they're basically a 5-time Arkansas CMA nominee. And also, they have been nominated for Album of the Year, their debut release, and also an ACMA award, which the American Artist of the Year as well, too, for Vocal Group of the Year. And, of course, their producer has played with Neil Young, Shocking Pink, International Harvester, Steve Winwood, Dwight Yoakam, and more. And, of course, they love to talk about the Arkansas music scene and live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Little Rock, Arkansas, the dynamic duo of Arkansas, Justin Patterson and Laura Lynn Danley, best known as Ten Penny Gypsy. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, it's great to be with us. You sure make us sound good.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I love Little Rock so much. I wish I was down there. And the way you described Little Rock to me before we got on, it makes me want to move down there. I got to say that, except I can't pick up houses and throw them for where I'm at. I mean, it's a little too far. I got to say that. So,
it is a little warmer here today than obviously where you're at.
Well, that's true. Maybe I can throw a little farmer, but I will have to have some help. So basically, you guys are a 5-time Arkansas CMA nominee. You're also a nominee for Album of the Year, which is your debut, and you also won American Artist of the Year, the Americana, for the ACMA Awards, Vocal Group of the Year, and also you have a producer who's Anthony Crawford, played with Neil Young, Shocking Pink, International Harvesters, Steve Winwood, Dwight Yoakam, and also he's also a member of Sugarcane Jane and Willie Sugar Cappy. So
that's right.
Yes, that's right. And of course, you just have a plethora of talent and a lot of experience behind you. And before we talk about the Arkansas music scene and some of your works, we'll play one of your hits in just a minute. First of all, tell us how you guys got started.
Well, it was just kind of fate that happened at a singer-songwriter showcase in Hot Springs, Arkansas in about 2010.
Yeah, it's been just a little over 10 years since I fell on my behind and got Justin's attention.
Was I done on purpose, by the way?
No, it was not. Definitely not.
She was coming through the green room potluck line, got her plate of food, and went out to a lawn chair and sat down, and it collapsed with her. Food everywhere.
Oh.
And I said, I don't think I've ever seen anybody as beautiful just fall all over themselves like that.
That's the definition of grace, I'm telling you.
So that's how we met, and Laura was actually living in Hot Springs, Arkansas at the time, and she had her own songwriter showcase, and she invited me down soon after that. And it just turned into a collaboration of life and a collaboration of music as well.
So you guys started as songwriters from the beginning, that's what it sounded like, and later become musicians and singers. That is very interesting.
And actually, I guess, I feel like I've been a singer all my life. My mom put me on stage the first time when I was 4 years old, so I've been singing as long as I can remember. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we met as songwriters, and we both had our solo careers going and our own albums out and playing with various different groups and such. And, but yeah, we met at a songwriter showcase, and obviously there was an instant attraction to one another and to the music, and we started collaborating and decided about 8 years into it, it was time for us to create an album together.
And that is amazing as well, too. And besides starting at 4 years old, Laura, and, tell us how you further got started along the way, and also the one moment that precisely influenced you into what you're doing, besides falling on your behind at a gathering picnic. So
Yeah, I heard you ask for me to share that moment. But yeah, so beyond 4 years old, I was in a quartet with my brothers, gospel quartet with my three brothers, and I would say I was about 36. Not that we want to date ourselves, so we'll skip over that one. Don't tell your listeners how old we are.
It's okay. I think some people know how old I am, especially with so many episodes under the belt. And if they don't have a clue, well, I guess they have a problem. But anyway, back to you here. So, things, age like that doesn't matter. We just love hearing your story and, music and everything and what you do.
Yeah, I had a career at the time as a hospice social worker. And at 36 years old, I was attending to a woman and her family. She was my age, dying of breast cancer. And that was the day I wrote my very first song. I left her house, and of course the tears and the grief was there, and pulled over to the side of the road and wrote my first song, and I've been writing ever since.
Wow, that is amazing as well, too. And also, Justin, you've also been a songwriter as well, too. And tell us how you first got started.
Well, mine goes way back. I mean, I can remember my dad. My dad was a big fan of Merle Haggard, and he had old Merle Haggard albums. And I used to, apparently, I'm told this, I kind of remember, but apparently I used to lip sync to the albums in front of a mirror when I was a little boy. And my mom and dad decided at 5 and 6 years old that I needed to have a guitar. So they got me a little Red Stella Harmony guitar. And, I did all the compulsory things. I played in church choirs. I played church music. I got all the song books for the songs of the 70s. And, but it was the folk singer-songwriter movement of the 70s that really spurred me on to kind of start writing songs. When I heard James Taylor on that Greatest Hits album, the first notes of Something the Way She Moves, the first song, that acoustic guitar intro into that song, it changed everything that I ever thought about music. I mean, I changed the way I played guitar, and I wanted to write songs from that point on.
Wow, that is amazing. And what's your favorite Merle Haggard song?
Oh, there's so many. The one that I can remember hearing first that, you can't go wrong with is Mama Tried. I mean, you talk about an acoustic dobro, introduction to a song that is timeless. When that rolling dobro comes in at the beginning of that song, that's got to be everybody's favorite.
Yeah. And one Merle Haggard song I think of is Silver Wings. When I hear the opening, it just, takes it back. My dad listened to a lot of country music. When you hear Silver Wings, like that, it's like, oh my gosh, that's true Merle Haggard right there.
Shining in the sunlight. Yeah, that's a tremendous. He was just such, so many country artists, kind of receive their songs through the Nashville songwriting machine, and to have somebody of his caliber he might have been a better songwriter than he was a singer and performer. I'm not sure, but to have the entire package like that is what makes him such a legendary figure.
Mm-hmm. And very legendary indeed. And who are some of your other favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up, Justin?
Well, I kind of mentioned the singer-songwriter sound. James Taylor, he got me into it.
Oh, and besides him, that's right.
Yeah, but, I kind of look back, and one of the first songbooks I ever had was John Denver. And I think that, at one point it wasn't the cool thing to be a John Denver fan at various points. But so I might have wiped that from my record book as far as him being an influence. But he was a tremendous influence because, he kind of switched my thinking as far as guitar playing from the country side of things to the folk side of things. And to this day, Ten Penny Gypsy is very much a blend of those kind of sounds. And I think that's because of some of those things I learned early on.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you mentioned about John Denver, you wiping off the page. It makes me think of the Muppets, and you think of the Muppets, makes you want to put him back on the page. That's what I'm thinking of. So,
tell you what, anybody that can get along with a Muppet is fine in my book.
Mine too.
Well, I'm joining your club officially. I gotta say that if anybody here on the Mike Wagner Show loves the Muppets, we gotta hook you guys up and form a club. I gotta say that.
I want to join. Absolutely.
Oh, that's fantastic. And Laura, who are some of your other favorite artists, musicians, and singers growing up?
Well, I got to chattel on Justin for 1 second, then I'll answer that. I loved to quote David Hughes from Unknown Legends when he said, "If James Taylor and Gordon Lightfoot were to have a love child, that would be Justin Patterson."
Justin Patterson.
That would be pretty controversial, I can tell you that.
Well, better than Justin Bieber. That's why most people think of. So
I like to say, those two. So you take James Taylor and Gordon Lightfoot, and they meet up with Karen Carpenter and Joni Mitchell, and there you have us.
And in fact, we're going to be playing one of your songs in just a minute, and we will put that to the test as well, too. And I trust you guys. And we'll talk more about your awards and some of your songs in just a minute here. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Moshenzia of No Time for Love called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Arkansas 5-time CMA nominee Justin Patterson and Laura Lynn Danley of Ten Penny Gypsy here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we get to some of your songs like You're True You and also from Fugitive Heart as well, you've also been 5-time CMA nominee, also Album of the Year, your debut, Americana Artist of the Year. And tell us about some of the awards. You also work with a terrific producer, Anthony Crawford.
Yeah, the Arkansas CMA Awards, it's just we're so tremendously grateful to them for the exposure they've given us. They have always been such really dedicated advocates for the unsigned artists here in our state, and there's really a tremendous amount of talent here. And, we aren't traditional country by any stretch of the imagination, so, our sound is a little bit more of the folk country Americana blend. And but Arkansas CMA still honored us with a place at their table, and we'll always be very grateful for that.
That is very interesting. You also worked with Anthony Crawford, who played with Neil Young, Shocking Pink, International Harvester, Steve Winwood, Dwight Yoakam, and more. And how'd you first collaborate with Anthony?
They're just a great fit for us. I had met Savannah Lee years ago at the Frank Brown International Songwriting Festivals, and we watched them as Sugarcane Jane and as the super group of songwriters, Willie Sugarcaps, just rising the Americana charts, and thought they'd be a great fit for us. We were working on our debut album here in Arkansas, and with a great studio, great producer, but we were just ready for something more, something way beyond what he could offer us at the time. And so I got up the courage to take our demo to Savannah Lee, and she gave it to her husband Anthony, and we of course were so thrilled. We just thought, there's no way in the world with what they had going on they were going to make room for us, but they did.
Yeah, and I've got to hand it to Laura because I'm a very pragmatic guy, so. Anthony Crawford has played on all the big stages. He was on the Live Aid stage in 1985 in Philadelphia with Neil Young and the International Harvesters and Steve Winwood, the Roll With It tour, and just so many artists he's toured the world with, and he's written so many songs for people. So I didn't quite have the guts to take our demo up there to them, but Laura did, and they were just so gracious, and the biggest compliment that they gave us right on was, these songs are great. And then they invited us down to their studio to make our first debut album. And it just, it turned out wonderful. As you mentioned, it was nominated by the Arkansas CMA for Album of the Year in 2018.
And why not dream big? It's the Admiral Bean Studio is now home away from home, and it's just a dream come true.
And a great dream come true for you guys as well, too. And, speaking of songs, you've got Making Headway, Brick by Brick, and Highway 65, Lovely Melancholia, and more. Maybe you can tell us about some of the songs. And if you want to throw in some other songs to tell us about, that's perfectly okay with us.
Well, the idea for Fugitive Heart, I'd written the title song, what turned out to be the title song, several years ago, and it was just always one of my favorites. And Fugitive Heart, was kind of a great opportunity for Laura and I to really kind of have a pure duet type thing, and so that song was really kind of key to getting the whole thing going. But we just really felt good about the entire batch of songs that we had. We knew we wanted to reach a broader audience with this Fugitive Heart album as opposed to our first one, because, our debut was very well received, but we don't know how many people actually received it. So we were just very pleased with the songs, and if you take good songs and put them in the hands of Anthony Crawford, really great things start to happen.
Yeah.
And I have to say as well, too, we'll be playing Your True You in just a minute. And before we do that, tell us how do we get a hold of your music?
You can find us at our website, of course, 10pennygypsy.com. We are on all the streaming platforms. Please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Find us, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and hopefully soon on Twitch. So yeah, go buy our album and let us autograph it for you, and buy our merchandise while you're at it.
Yeah, and 10pennygypsy.com also has a press section that has the reviews on Fugitive Heart that are coming in quite often, and we're really, really proud of them. So if you want to know what people are saying about Fugitive Heart, you can also get that at 10pennygypsy.com.
We certainly will, and we'll be playing Your True You in just a minute, but first listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and more. And coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Also heard worldwide on GeoSavin, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Arkansas 5-time CMA nominee Ten Penny Gypsy with Justin Patterson and Laura Lynn Danley here on the Mike Wagner Show. Right now, here's one of their big hits that's on Spotify and very high on the charts right now. Here's Your True You from Ten Penny Gypsy right here on the Mike Wagner.
Though your life is looking bleak now, shrouded in fog and gray cloud, a pen nearly run dry, only questions abound. Though you can't see your way clearly yet, don't know which road you choose, don't know which path bring you closer to your true you, to your true you. Everything is turning round, looks to be dying for and moving underground. Don't know what lies to the east, you only know You're true you.
Great song by Ten Penny Gypsy. That was Your True You here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write it.
Hey, Mike, we are so pleased with the attention that all of the album is getting, and that song in particular. It went #1 in South Africa very recently on the iTunes Country Sales Chart. So we're going to reward the fans with our first lyric video so they can see the lyrics as well as just watch the beautiful scenery that I so carefully chose to go with these lyrics. I wrote it for a friend who was, on that proverbial journey we all take in life, trying to find our path to our truest self or our truest expression, and kept coming out sad. And I was trying to write her a happy song, but in the hands of Anthony, it's just it became infectious, I think, and upbeat and just fun to sing. So I'm real pleased with how it turned out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mike, it was an example of there was a couple of songs that we brought to Anthony Crawford that were written as ballads, and he found it the most prudent decision on Your True You to add that kind of infectious mandolin line there throughout the song, and kind of gave it that Americana feel, and it just really is good.
Well, you can't add a mandolin without making a song happier.
That's right.
I love mandolin.
And we do as well, too. And where can we find Your True You at?
All of the streaming platforms, certainly our audience can order our signed copy of the album at 10pennygypsy.com, and we're on all of the streaming platforms, and they'll be able to watch many of the videos from our album and the upcoming lyric video for Your True You soon on YouTube, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you can go to 10pennygypsy.com and you can download that single, Your True You, as well.
And we're looking forward to it as well, too. Once again, Justin Patterson and Laura Lynn Danley on the Mike Wagner Show, best known as 10 Penny Gypsy. Just a few more minutes here before we go here. We'd love to have you back on 2021 and beyond. You've been great. And speaking of 2021, what can we expect from you then?
Well, I think our plans right now are kind of short-sighted because of all the uncertainty, but we're just loving promoting Fugitive Heart. The response has been so great. The neat thing about the album, Mike, is that everybody that reviews it comes back with a different favorite song, talking about a different favorite song. So that lets us know from start to finish, every song is really good. So what we're going to do is put all our efforts into promoting that at least through the end of the year. And then beyond that, live performances, we've been contacted by a couple of festivals, but, for 2021, but everything is really up in the air.
Yeah, we're real pleased with the album and just enjoying riding this wave. And, of course, as songwriters, we're both pretty prolific writers, so we have plenty to choose from for our future. Hope to release a single in the new year with our guitarist, Buddy Case. We haven't had a chance to talk about him much, but he really made a difference on this second album on Fugitive Heart. You can see him on the Brick by Brick video and just watch him just tear up those lead rides. And we've written our first song, the three of us together. Hope to release that as a single. We have another video coming out, like Justin said, before the end of the year. And we're staying positive. Of course, we were disappointed we didn't get to release the album in April like we wanted, and all of our gigs were canceled, and the festivals and everything we had planned for the 2 months after that. But we're still excited. There's a great support in the state of Arkansas, and people just helping us open doors and continue to kind of blaze some new trails, learning some new technology and figuring out how to do virtual concerts. And in fact, Thursday night you can find us doing our showcase. You want to tell them about that, Justin?
Okay, Justin, you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, a live showcase that we've been doing for 3 years now. I just thought that you would want to talk about it since you were the one that created Sounds of Unity.
Actually, you can both talk about it. It's okay. You can both talk about it.
Yeah.
He's giving me the credit. Isn't that great? Yeah, I did. I had a vision for a local songwriter showcase. That's how I met Justin. I was doing one in Hot Springs when I lived there. And we started one here in Little Rock to Obviously, we host it every month and share our music, and then we feature one local artist. We have not had to leave the state of Arkansas in over 3 years. That's how much talent there is here. This Thursday night, we've recently, and I'm excited about this, so I'm going to share real quick, we just partnered with Yadaloo Music and Arts Festival. Cliff and Susan Prouse of Big Red Dog Productions have helped us keep our showcase going virtually since March. And this Thursday night is our first joint, partnered showcase, and we're featuring Ryan Harmon, who is on season 18 of the American Idol. In the new year, we're going to add a remote feature, so we'll be able to bring artists in from all over the world, certainly from Austin and Nashville, and wherever we want to find people and they want to find us. So we're excited about the future of that as well.
And we are very excited as well, too. And who do you consider biggest influences in your careers? So one of you go ahead and start.
As far as our career, I think that the most important thing that happened to us was meeting Anthony Crawford and Savannah Lee of Sugarcane Jane. As we kind of spoke to before, we were kind of just spinning our wheels a little bit in 2016. We knew we had great songs, but didn't know how to best put them out there, or what was the proper treatment to put on them. So when we met them and they asked us to come work on that first album, that really turned us around. So I think they have been the biggest influence on the Ten Penny Gypsy career.
And Savannah Lee was as instrumental as Anthony in that, like we've said, we were, individual songwriters when we met, and we did that for years. Justin Patterson was well known for as a songwriter, and so to become Ten Penny Gypsy was to birth something new. And Savannah Lee really helped us create that. Our logo, which is just so dynamic in color, our websites, and it's on all the platforms, Instagram and Twitter and what have you.
Yeah, she was just really big in branding and marketing for us. She was just, her knowledge was just invaluable.
I think she created our very first video, didn't she, back on Level Ground? And we credit her as much as Anthony. And I'd like to also thank, like I said, Buddy Case. I mean, I think he's instrumental. We were a sweetheart duo when we started and did our first debut album, and he's made a big difference, bringing his kind of a more hard driving country blues sound, and he's real dynamic as a singer, songwriter, and performer, amazing guitarist, and so he's added a lot to our second album and to our live show.
That is fantastic. You guys got a great thing going, and what's the best advice you both can give to anybody at this point?
If you're a singer-songwriter or a musician, please just be yourself. I think that a person with their craft being authentic is more important than trying to change to, a sound or something that somebody thinks you're supposed to sound like. I think that's the most important thing. Be yourself.
Yeah, and I think you have to be malleable, especially right now. It's like, if you're stuck in any one way of doing the business, then you are stuck because it's just constantly changing. None of us knew COVID was coming, and we've had to adjust to it.
So be yourself, but be ready to change. That's our advice.
That's right.
And that's very important advice during these times as well. Once again, Justin Patterson, Laura Lynn Danley of Ten Penny Gypsy and the Mike Wagner Show. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Love to have you back in 2021. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or listen to your music?
Yeah, thanks again, Mike, for having us. Again, we are at tenpennygypsy.com. You can order our album there, our merchandise. You can see what people are saying about the album. You can find us on all of the streaming platforms. Please find us and like us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Find us on YouTube, and please subscribe to our channel. Help us continue to make money safely by ordering our product. And as far as projects coming up, we'll be watching for that lyric video for Your True You, and another video before the end of the year, and everything that is yet to come in 2021.
That sounds very good. Once again, Justin and Laura of Ten Penny Gypsy, a very big thank you for your time. You've both been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. Just stay your true you. You guys were absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Mike, so much. We've enjoyed being with you.
Thanks, Mike. We appreciate it.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing: Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/miamosinzia.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.